ಬಸವಣ್ಣ. ಕಲ್ಲು ದೇವರು ದೇವರಲ್ಲ, ಮಣ್ಣು ದೇವರು ದೇವರಲ್ಲ, ಮರದ ದೇವರು ದೇವರಲ್ಲ, ಪಂಚಲೋಹದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದ ದೇವರು ದೇವರಲ್ಲ. ಸೇತು ಬಂಧ ರಾಮೇಶ್ವರ, ಗೋಕರ್ಣ, ಕಾಶಿ, ಕೇದಾರ ಮೊದಲಾದ ಪುಣ್ಯ ತೀರ್ಥ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿರುವ ದೇವರುಗಳು ದೇವರಲ್ಲ. ತನ್ನ ತಾನರಿದು ತಾನಾರೆಂದು ತಿಳಿದೆಡೆ ತನಗೆ ತಾನೇ ದೇವ ನೋಡ ಅಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವ. On this journey of self-realization and self-awareness, we have come a long way since the 12th century, but the inspiring words of Basavanna continue to guide our way and to show us light. So today, on the occasion of the birth anniversary of Basavanna, we have organized this lecture on the very intriguing and interesting topic, the Sharana revolution, understanding the 12th century Sharana movement in Karnataka through inscriptions. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our today's resource person, Dr. Vijayakumar Kammar, sir. Dr. Vijayakumar Kammar wears many hats and wears them well. An engineer by training, a philosopher by passion, and a revolutionary by commitment. With a BE in mechanical engineering from KLE College of Engineering and Technology, Dharwad, and a Ph.D. specializing in Vachana literature and Basava philosophy, he blends science with spirituality and management with medieval wisdom. Founder President of the Vachanasahitya Mandara Foundation, Tumakuru, he has over 3 decades of experience in production management, marketing development, business development, and customer relationship management. In short, he knows how the real world turns its wheels when keeping an eye on the soul. An ardent advocate of Basavanna's legacy, Dr. Kammar has delivered more than 400 lectures worldwide, from Karnataka to Khartoum, from Belgaum to the Caribbean, unraveling the timeless relevance of the Sharana movement to modern social, economic, and political thought. His sessions explore wild and fascinating terrains, Magna Carta and Basavanna, Dutch disease and Vachana literature, Basavanna the management guru, among others. Expect sharp insights, fresh perspectives, and fearless questioning of the obvious. Currently, he also dons the role of the director at MAK International Corporation, Hosur, and he has served in senior leadership roles at Cider Forge Limited, Mysuru, and Shardlo India Limited at Chennai. As we celebrate Basava Jayanti, get ready to dive into the Sharana revolution through the untold voices of inscriptions decoded by someone who believes Basavanna wasn't just a poet or saint. He was a socio-economic tectonic shift waiting to be understood in our own fractured times. So, without any further ado, let us dive into this very intriguing lecture. Sir, over to you now.
Shruti Manali Mamaya, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. I thank one and all giving me an opportunity, especially Sri Nandan Shastriji from Ahmedabad, who has introduced me to this group. Nidhi Katti, when I asked her I want to present regarding Basaveshwara legacy, she immediately made an arrangement to present my views here. Thank you one and all for giving me an opportunity. Let us begin with our presentation regarding understanding the 12th century Sharana revolution in Karnataka through inscriptions. Shasanagalali Shiva Sharanuru is the main theme of it. Can you present it? Okay, thank you. See, the Sharana movement in 12th century, it's not an ordinary one, which is very, very different from the all cultures from the world. Let us understand what all the inscriptions says. Indian inscriptions engraved into a stone or other durable materials or etched into a metal are an important historical sources beginning from the 3rd century BCE. The vast majority are found in South India, written on plates of copper, the stone walls of templates or stone monuments. An estimated of around 1 lakh inscriptions have now been found, and many of these have been catalogued and translated. The intellectuals and the opposite of them are one second. These inscriptions corroborates information from other sources, give the dates and locations of significant events, trace detailed royal genealogies, and provide an insight into the early Indian political structure, legal codes, and religious practices. In the nutshell, if you read the inscriptions or the copper plates or some of the monuments, it gives the whatever the legacies which are available at that time. They will reveal all those details if you study all these inscriptions. They also document the development and use of written languages in India. If you look at the various inscriptions, you will find different languages written in different linguistic nature. So this is the beauty of all the inscriptions, whatever it is available as on today. Now let us understand the revolution in Kalyana. The revolution of Kalyana happened neither for women nor for wealth and nor for the land. What we say is hennu, ponnu, mannu. That what we can say. It's not for that, but to establish the equality of the human being by wiping out the discrimination of color and classes. This is the beauty of the Kalyana movement. Revolution in Kalyana was very complicated and complex. If you look at the various revolutions across the globe, the French Revolution or the Russian Revolution, it covers only one aspect of the life. But the Kalyana Revolution, it's complicated and complex. It covers various aspects of the human life. On one side, the monarchy, and on the other side, people from the lower classes. This is the revolution strength. The strong opposition to Basaveshwara philosophy of equality. The intellectuals and opposite of them are uneducated classes. There is on the one side educated class, top educated class, on the other side uneducated class. A financially strong class, and the opposite of them was very poor people. Priest class are exploiting the poor people, in generally what we can say, and people who are depending on the daily work opposite of them. That means kayaka jibigalu, what we can say. In this, many Sharanas have sacrificed their life. In totally, if you look at the Kalyana revolution, there are many people, they have sacrificed their life. In the nutshell, it was a chaos from personal to society. Veshtiinda Samashti that what we can call from personal to society. It covers all the gamut of life. Basaveshwara had a tough time to solve these issues, and the best part of it, he has succeeded in covering all the gamut of human life. Some of the things what we can drill down is Kalyana revolution was a diverse revolution. In the sense, it was the literature revolution, Sahityika Kranti, religion revolution, the Dharmika Kranti, social revolution, Samajika Kranti, economic revolution, that is the Arthika Kranti, moral revolution, that is the Naitika Kranti. In the nutshell, what we can, it covers the whole life of the human life. That is the beauty of the Kalyana revolution. And now let us begin with where Basavanna was really he was born in Karnataka or not. That is the question everybody asks. That for that one question, this is the Arjunavada inscription, which is available as of now in the. It was found in Hukkeri Taluka of Belgaum district in Karnataka. From the stone inscription indicates Basaveshwara was born in Karnataka. Here is the reference of the same. The Arjunavada stone inscription says his father was Madhiraja, well known as a Puravaradhishwara, that is the head of the city. It clearly mentions about the Basaveshwara's life at Basavan Bajavadi. This inscription is said to belong to 12th century, 1260 AD, as per the Epigraphia Indica, the 21st edition. In the page 9, they have mentioned this. It is clearly mentioned that the name of the city is Tardavadi, Madhyagrama, Bhagavadi. That is Basavanna Bhagavadi as on today, which is the name is. Bhagavadi means Ingaleshwara Bhagavadi, the birthplace of Basaveshwara. Chavadadasanapura, Kalledevarapura, Maradipura, Gudihala Kuntoji inscriptions have the name of Basaveshwara engraved. These are the other inscriptions, whatever we have, that shows the Basavanna was born in 12th century. This gives the proof of Basaveshwara born in 12th century. We can see this inscription, this Arjunavada Shasana, whatever it is there. It is available in Kannada Research Institute, Karnataka University, Dharwad. The figure what I have showed, this is the one which is available in Dr. M. Kalburgi sir made a lot of efforts to bring it to Karnataka University, and he has installed there as the mark of Basaveshwara's birth. Now this is the Arjunavada session, whatever it has written. It is a very long written document. Here some of the things I have drilled down here. Basavanna Bhagavadi is a village part of Tardavadi or the Tardevadi province, 45 kilometers away from Vijayapura district of Karnataka state. Basavanna Bhagavadi was a very famous Agrahara. Agrahara means colony of Brahmins, with a 500 Mahajan or Brahmins used to live there. In this Agrahara lived a Shaivat Brahmin, Mundagi Lingabhatta. Mundagi Lingabhatta is the grandfather of Basaveshwara. He had a son, Madha or Madharasa or Mahadeva, with the various names he used to be called, rose to the chief of Gramini, that is municipal dignitary of the Agrahara, and came to be called Madharasa. Arasa means the king. Madha means Madha as a king of the Gramini. He was known as a Puravaradhishwara, depicted in the Arjunavada Shasana. This is the well-known documented about the Basaveshwara. And another inscription what we can find in Dambar in the Gadaga district. This inscription dates back to 1136 CE during the rule of Kalchuri kings. This is available at Dambar, Gadaga district of Karnataka. Actually, if you look at the various stone inscriptions at Dambar, it was the very big place for Buddhism. In that one inscription, the Kalchuri king has installed here. So this is also one of the document which says about the Basaveshwara. And Mangalavede, that is the capital city of Kalchuri. There is one inscription dates back to 1236 CE during the rule of King Hoysala Someshwara. This is available at Sri Vithala Temple, Pandarapur, Maharashtra. You can see there. This written in Kannada, and that is the significance is it is written in Kannada and says about the political facts during 12th century. In the beginning, in the introduction, I already said these inscriptions or the plates says all about the social environment or the political environment or the economical environment of that era. Here, Basavanna resumed his career as a clerk and rose to the position of the prime minister during Vijaya King Kalchuri dynasty. This Mangalavede is a place where the Kalchuri were started their kingdom, and it was the capital city of Kalchuris. You can see the fort at Mangalavede. This is a very big fort, around 10 acres land is there. In that fort is there. Here was the capital city of the Kalchuri kings. Kalchuri kings shifted the capital city from Mangalavede to Kalyana, present day of Basava Kalyana. You can see the fort of Basava Kalyana here. There is a fort in Kalyana where King Vijaya lives and runs his fort. Fort and Parushakatte. Parushakatte means that is a place called Parushakatte in the central place of the Basava Kalyana, where in the evening Basaveshwara used to held the meetings to understand the grief of the people. This is Parushakatte. Till today you can see the temple over there, and it is one of the a renowned place in Basava Kalyana. So now understand the city of hope. there is many vachanas which says about Kalyana or Basava Kalyana as on today. I'll quote one of the Akka Mahadevi Vachana to substantiate the existence of Kalyana. Some people may say there was no Kalyana at all, no, there was no Basveshwara at all, there was no Anubhava Mantapa at all. But from the Vachanas literature, we can understand. I'll first read in Kannada, then I'll try to translate in English also. ಕಲ್ಯಾಣವೆಂಬುದು ನಾರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬಹುದು. She says, ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ, she mentioned the city. ಕಲ್ಯಾಣವೆಂಬುದು ನಾರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬಹುದು, ಹೋಗಬಾರದು ಅಸಾಧ್ಯವಯ್ಯ. ಆಸೆ ಆಮಿಷ ಅಳಿದಂಗಲ್ಲದೆ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣದ ಅಡಿಯಿಡಬಾರದು. ಒಳ ಹೊರಗು ಶುದ್ಧನಾದಂಗಲ್ಲದೆ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣವ ಹೊಗಬಾರದು. ನೀನಾನೆಂಬುದ ಹರಿದಂಗಲ್ಲದೆ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣದ ಒಳಗು ತಿಳಿಯಬಾರದು. ಚೆನ್ನಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನಂಗೊಲಿದು ಉಭಯ ಲಜ್ಜೆ ಅಳಿದೆನಾಗಿ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣವಂ ಕಂಡು ನಮೋ ನಮೋ ಎನ್ನುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆನು. This is what Akkamahadevi Vachana says, very very significant about the city of Kalyana. Now let us decode this Vachana. She says, who can enter Kalyana? One cannot step in very easily. It is impossible without dying to desire the temptations. One cannot take step towards Kalyana. That means you have to be pure from inside as well as outside. Without becoming pure inside and outside, one cannot step into the Kalyana. Very, very significant words written by Akka Mahadevi. Without giving up you and I, that means Antaranga and Bahiranga. You have to be very pure if you want to enter Kalyana. Once one cannot the inner essence of Kalyana. As I overcome the bashfulness or self-absorption both inside and outside, in love with Channamallikarjuna, looking at the holy city of Kalyana, I was saying Namo Namo. That means he greets the city of Kalyana when she entered Kalyana. Basaveshwara, now there is one Sharana by name Haralaya and Madhurasa. The whole revolution starts from this Haralaya, this episode. Basaveshwara arranged the marriage of a Brahmin Madhurasa daughter to Haralaya's son. Basaveshwara arranged the Viloma marriage, the what we can say Sanshilvanta, which resulted in a strong oppositions by the society and the king Bijala itself. Offended by the decisions, he killed both Madhurasa and Haralaya. That's what they say. Then started a genocide and there was a mass killing of Kalyana. The decision of the King Bijala was very negative, and the history of the Karnataka witnessed the worst case of jealous, anguish, and torture. From here, the worst part of the Kalyana's revolution starts. So once the Brahmin girl marries to a cobbler son, there was a chaos in the society. Sharana Haralaya and his wife Sharana Kalyanama were the 12th century great pious persons in Kalyana. They joined Anubhava Mantapa and the Hall of Philosophy. That's what I mentioned in the beginning. Anubhava Mantapa, it is a place of discussion, just like a parliament as on today. In the new parliament, there is a placard showing the Anubhava Mantapa also. The Hall of Philosophy created Basaveshwara, where every caste was welcome. This is the beauty of the Anubhava Mantapa. A pair of slippers made by a cobbler Haralaya using his and his wife's skin, presented to Basaveshwara and are still worshipped by hundreds of devotees at Bijunalli village in Sedam Taluka of Gulbarga district. You can find even today. The nearly 900-year-old slippers were kept almost intact in a specially constructed small temple. This is a rare record in the history of the mankind that slippers made by a human skin and still preserved. You can see the Sharana Haralaya's slippers here. It is made out of the human skin. It is still preserved at the Bijunalli village, Sedam Taluka of Gulbarga district. And these slippers have been analyzed scientifically, and it is proved that it is a human skin. And it is made around 900 years back. This is what the significance of the Kalyana revolution. This is one of the living examples where the revolution started in Kalyana. And there is a genocide happened after the marriage, and we have to substantiate this genocide. How to substantiate? We have to go through the Vachanas written in during 12th century. One of the Vachana of Basaveshwara replicates this genocide in Kalyana. I'll read in Kannada. ಒಲೆ ಹತ್ತಿ ಉರಿದಡೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಬಹುದಲ್ಲದೆ ಧರೆ ಹತ್ತಿ ಉರಿದಡೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಲು ಬಾರದು. ಏರಿ ನೀರುಂಬಡೆ ಬೇಲಿ ಕೈಯ ಮೇವಡೆ ನಾರಿ ತನ್ನ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳುವಡೆ ತಾಯ ಮಲೆವಾಲು ನಂಜಾಗಿ ಕೊಲ್ಲುವಡೆ ಇನ್ನಾರಿಗೆ ದೂರುವೆ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವ. Very, very significant and very pathetic Vachana Basaveshwara written with a sad voice. Now let us decode this, the meaning of the Vachana. If the oven catches fire, one might withstand. The correlations or the upames, what Basaveshwara and all the Basava Sharana gives very, very beautiful correlation, or the upames gives. One of this, if the oven catches fire, one might withstand. But if the earth catches fire, how we can withstand? There is no place to stand. If the water tanker drinks up its own water, if the fences feed of the field, if wife cheats in her own house, if mother's breast milk turns into poison, whom would I complain to? Oh my Lord, Kodala Sangam. Here what he tries to depict, our own people, our own people, if they breach us, if they genocide us, where to go? That's what Basavanna says. Here Basava talks about the intensity of the attack on Sharanas. The warlike situation is equated to the fire that catches the earth. Their own people whom they have trusted attack Sharanas without any mercy. This is the worst part of it. And one more Vachana of Basaveshwara, he says, Basaveshwara felt very, very loneliness and felt very bad about the atrocities of antisocial elements in Kalyana of that time. This Vachana reveals his silence and his loneliness. He says, Jajjane jaridenu, Jajjane jaridenu, Jajjane jaridenu nodaya. 3 times he repeats. One for him, one for the society, one for the everybody. Jajjane jaridenu, Jajjane jaridenu, Jajjane jaridenu nodaya. Bibbane biridenu, bibbane biridenu, bibbenu biridenu nodaya. ನಾನೊಬ್ಬನೇ ಉಳಿದೆನು, ನಾನೊಬ್ಬನೇ ಉಳಿದೆನು, ನಾನೊಬ್ಬನೇ ಉಳಿದೆ ನೋಡಯ್ಯ ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶರಣರ ಅಗಲಿದ ಕಾರಣ. That's what let us understand in English. He says, I am immensely vained, I am immensely vained, and look my O Lord, I am immensely vained. 3 times he repeats the same word. I am entirely bewildered, I am entirely bewildered, and look my Lord, I am entirely bewildered. I have remained alone, I have remained alone, and I have remained alone, being separated from your Sharanas, O Lord, Kudala Sangamadeva. And this Vachana speaks the volume and power of atrocities of people opposing the reforms of Basaveshwara in Kalyana. And after the genocide, the Lord of Sharanas left Kalyana to protect themselves and the Vachana scriptures. One of the Sharana Turgai Ramanna narrates this story and how it has come. He narrates, Bandittu Dina Basavanna Kallige, Channa Basavanna Uluveyallige. Kallige means that Kodala Sangama, Uluve means there is a place in Uluve in Karnataka. Prabhu Akka Kadali Dwarakke, Mikkada Pramatharallaru Tamma Tamma Lakshake, Na Turuvina Bembaliyalli Hoda Mareyalli, Adagiharellaru ಅಡಗಿದುದ ಕೇಳಿನ ಗೋಪತಿನಾಥ ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರ ಲಿಂಗದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಹುಡುಗುವನು. That Turgai Ramanna says about this. He was the shepherd. The meaning of Vachana is, the day has come. Basavanna went to Kodala Sangama. Channa Basavanna went to Uluve. And these are all the Sharanas he mentions. Allama Prabhu and Akkama Devi went to Kadalivana, that is near Srisailam in Andhra Pradesh. The rest of the Sharanas found their shelters in their own places because they were scattered all around Karnataka. I myself got shelter in the cowshed. When I heard the news of Sharana killed, I made myself surrendered to my Lord Gopatinatha Vishweshwara. It is evident that Sharanas were killed in Kalyana. Somebody may say there was nothing revolution, nobody has been killed. So this Vachana says all about the genocide in the Kalyana, and after that genocide, all the remaining Sharanas they scattered all along the South India. It is evident that Sharanas were killed in Kalyana. Sharanas scattered all over the South India to protect themselves, and the scriptures, Talegari, what we can say, they used to protect where the Vachana literature was written. Another Vachana of Sharana Molige Maraya. Molige Maraya, he is the king of Kashmir, and he came to Kalyana with the reforms of Basaveshwara. He says, ಊರು ಕೆಟ್ಟು ಸೂರೆಯಾಡುವಲ್ಲಿ ಆರಿಗಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಸವಣ್ಣ ಸಂಗಮಕ್ಕೆ ಚನ್ನಬಸವಣ್ಣ ಉಳುವೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಭು ಕದಳಿಗೆ ಮಿಕ್ಕಾದ ಪ್ರಮಥರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ತಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಯಭಾವಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಕ್ತಿಯ ನೈದಿಹರು ನನಗೊಂದು ಬಟ್ಟೆಯ ಹೇಳ ನಿಕ್ಕಳಂಕ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ. Batte means the roadmap. So let us decode this Vachana. When the whole city was getting destroyed by anti-social elements, no one there to rescue. Nobody has come to their rescue. Basavanna went to Kodala Sangama. Channa Basavanna left to Uluve. Allama Prabhu went to Kadalivana, that is near Srishila. The rest of the Sharanas found their shelters at their known places. My Lord Nikkalanka Mallikarjuna, give me a shelter. He prays to his Lord. After the genocide, Sharana scattered all over Karnataka, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. This clearly indicates disturbance in Kalyana due to the reforms by Basaveshwara, which destabilized the Shrenikrita Samaja of that time. Now, where the Sharanas went, this clearly indicates the disturbance and genocide in Kalyana due to the reforms of Basaveshwara. Several group of Sharanas went to Warangal, Latur, Solapur, and the major groups of Sharanas went to Uttar Karnataka. That means North Karnataka. A major group of almost 50% Sharanas. This is very significant. This is not touched as on today by any scholars. A major group of almost 50% Sharanas took shelter at Warangal, Andhra Pradesh, which was under the rule of Kakatiya dynasty, the queen of warrior Rani Rudramadevi. She was the queen of warrior Rani Rudramadevi. She ruled almost 35 to 40 years of that Kakatiya dynasty. The queen of warrior Rani Rudramadevi, inscription on the death of Rani Rudramadevi in Chandupatla in 1289th century. Chandupatla village in a Nakrekal Mandal, Nalgonda district of Telangana state. You can see the inscriptions also here, where it has been narrated that queen of Rani Rudramadevi death place. This is the Samadhi of Rani Rudramadevi. Okay. There is a temple called 1000 Pillar Temple. Veyyala Gudi, what they says. The most popular place to visit in Warangal is the 1000 Pillar Temple located at the base of Hanamakonda Hill. It was built in the 12th century by the Kakatiya king Rudradeva, dedicated to primarily to Lord Shiva. In the beginning, I have told, apart from the inscriptions on the copper plates, these temples play a very significant role in redistributing the Sharanas. So it was built in 12th century by the Kakatiya king Rudradeva, dedicated primarily to Lord Shiva. This temple is also known by the name Sri Rudreshwara Swami Temple. At this temple, Sharanas took shelter for some days. King Rudradeva made arrangements, permanent place to live near Warangal. There are hundreds of villages around Warangal, which Sharanas took shelter. You can see the 1000 Pillar Temple at Warangal, and there is a placard also displayed in front of the Warangal Temple. Apart from that, Sharana scattered all over Karnataka. We can find traces of Allama Prabhu and Akka Mahadevi at Srishela, Kurnool district of Andhra Pradesh. Channa Basavanna and many more at Uluvi, Uttara Kannada district, of North Karnataka. A large number of Sharanas took their shelters in various villages in Belgaum district of Karnataka. This is where Akkamahadevi went and breathed her last days. Akkamahadevi cave at Srisailam, Andhra Pradesh. You can see the Akkamahadevi idol also there. And Siddharameshwara went to Solapur, and there is a beautiful temple by name Siddharameshwara temple in Solapur. And tabulation of some of the inscriptions related to Basaveshwara. There is a Hiriyuru inscription. The name inscripted is Sangana Basava. Chaudadasanapura Sangana Basava. There is a written as Sangana Basava. Kalledavarapura Shasana Basavaraja. Maradipura Shasana Sangana Basava. You can find the reference in the book. Date also here I have mentioned. Maradipura Sangana Basavaya. Kuntoji, Gudi Kuntoji, what earlier I said, Basavaraja Devaru, Nagaloti, it says Kalyana Basava. This is a very, very significant inscription where it mentions about the Kalyana. Anandapura Shasana, Basaveshwara, Jodi Sanehalli, Basavarajendra, Kanakanahalli, Basavara Swamulu, that is in Telugu it has been written. Kanakanahalli again, Kalyanada Basavappannanavaru. Arjunavada session we have discussed in detail. Basavaraja Dandayaka it gives. And again, I'd like to bring here some of the more Sharanas. There is a Sharana by name Hadapadappana. You can find inscription at Banavasi temple. Madhukeshwara temple, it is there in Banavasi. You can find many Sharanas has been encrypted over there. Literally speaking, the idols are there. Kalle Devarapura Shasana, it gives the name of Dohara Kakaya. Mandya, there is a Kondaguli Keshiraja. You all know about the Kondaguli Keshirashana. He has written Shabdamani Darpana. Tirupati temple, you can see Channa Basavanna's Shasana. Chaudadanapura, Ambigara Chauda, it is the birthplace of Ambigara Chaudaya. Gobburu Shasana, Jedara Dasimaya. Siddhapura Shasana, it gives about the Allama Prabhuguru. Talikotu Shasana is a Kembhavi Bhoganna. Ammina Bhavi Shasana near Dharwad, it gives a Madivala Machidevaru. There is also, people say, sleepers are there of Madivala Machideva. It's a very interesting place to see in Amminabhavi village near Dharwad. Talikote, Ekanta, Ramaya. These are some of the Sharanas inscription, various Sharanas which name has been encrypted. With this, I conclude only by saying the only hope the world is looking for a society driven by culture, which is our own 7,500 old model. The world which is known once for joint families, now known for nucleus families. Under the corporate thinking, the nature of human being is getting reduced to their own comforts. We are living in a illusionary comforts wherein human relationships based on culture is missing. I am talking about in a broad-based sense. We need to correct it to rise above the selfishness, to see the culture of India once to rule the world. So this is all about Sharana's inscriptions. These are some of the references which are made. This study about the Basaveshwara or the Kalyana Revolution, it's a very, very big subject. When I presented in Khartoum University, I presented one session. Then Vice Chancellor told me, you give us the detailed analysis of the 12th century. I gave around 8 lectures of 1.5 hours. So I am guilty of squeezing it to a very 30 minutes talk. If I get another chances, I'll make some more revelations about the 12th century Kalyana revolution. Thank you one and all giving me an opportunity. I'm really humbled and honored to present my views about the Kalyana here. Namaste, Sharana Sharanarthigalu.
Sharanu Sharanarthi, sir. It was indeed a very enlightening lecture, and we have learned so much about the Sharana revolution today from your presentation. And to know that there are so many inscriptions, in fact, that speak about the Sharanas is a shock and a surprise to a person like me who has not studied much in this particular realm. So thank you for bringing it to light, sir, for researchers like me. And I would like to read out some of the comments here. And before that, I would like to ask the audience members if you have any additions, suggestions, questions, anything that you want us to read out here, please put it in the comment section so that we can take it up. Hamida Begum has written Sharanu Sharanarthi, and Shubhashayagalu, Dr. Kammar sir. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Pushpa ji has written Sharanu Sharanarthigalu, Dr. Vijayakumar sir, from Dr. Pushpavati Shalwadgi Mat. Shalawadi Mat. Very sorry. Anupama ji has written Sharanu Sharanarthigalu. Sujata ji has also written. So yes, this is from our side. Welcome to our channel, all of you who are watching us for the first time. Gopal Nayak ji has corroborated so what you have said. As I know, Basavanna used to come at the morning to Parushakatte. So when you were talking about that particular slide, Shekhar Kundgol ji has also written Sharanu Sharanarthigalu. Mangala Narwani ji from Hubballi. Dr. Vijayalakshmi Tirlapur has joined us. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Very relevant topic you have chosen, she has said, sir. Indeed, a very relevant topic. We need to have such discussions from time to time. Mallappa Sondi ji has written Sharanu Sharanarthigalu. So I would like to ask a question. How radical was the Sharana movement stand on caste and gender compared to other medieval bhakti movements? Because there was so much going on at that particular period in time. What makes the Sharana movement so unique that it is still today so much relevant?
So 12th century Sharana movement, as I have told, it was not for money, it was not for women, it was not for land. It is only to bring all the people under one platform. So there was a ladder system. Shrenikrita Samaja, what we can say, it was a very, very disturbing situation at that time. So people were exploiting the poor classes. So Basaveshwara tried to mingle everybody to the society. That revolution is still today relevant because we are divided by caste. We are divided by religion. Even today, the significance of Kalyana is there. So because of that, it is still relevant. So Basavanna tries to bring everybody to the under the single platform. So that even today we can see in some of the villages we can see the lower classes are not allowed to enter the temple till today. In some of the places, there is a different dining halls for others caste and other castes. So, relevance of Kalyana movement still it is there. That means the Kalyana revolution, what happened in 12th century, we have to bring it again. So, it is the what you can say till today we have to understand the Kalyana revolution to bring up the whole society under one roof. That is the significance.
Indeed, sir, it is the need of the hour. Nidhi, would you read out the next question, please?
Yes, sure. Next question is by Dr. Jagdish Asode sir. The question is, as someone deeply involved in Vachana studies and inscriptional research, what has been your most surprising or moving discovery related to the Sharana movement?
As I said, there are many inscriptions I have given, like Kakatiya dynasty, this thing. There they have mentioned a lot of people. There were more than 1,96,000 Sharanas were there in Kalyana. As I said, 50% of the Sharanas moved to Warangal, or you can say Telangana state or Andhra Pradesh. So my very surprising fact is Kakatiya Arasaru, Kakatiya kings, they given the shelter to more than 50%. Can you imagine around 1 lakh people assembled at Warangal, and that king made himself all the land, all the facilities available for Sharanas who didn't have anything. That is most surprising thing which I come across all along these studies. Around 35 years, my study in Vachana literature, that is the most significant part. And the next part is the Sharanas, when they moved from Kalyana, they took shelters in Latur. You can find tens of thousands of caves where Sharana lived, took shelter. This is the second part. And we can find many inscriptions in Karnataka, Belgaum district, Uttara Kannada district, Dharwad district, and many places. And that has been documented, and it has been given a very clear cut information. But these two places which I flabbergasted means Sharanas went to Warangal, Sharanas went to Latur. Very a limited number of researches has been taken place. My view is people should take interest in exploring the possibilities. I should really thank you, the person who has asked this question. I want to focus on these two areas where it has surprised me actually when I started studying about the Warangal Kakatiya dynasty. Many more inscriptions available at Venkateshwara University in Tirupati. I think around more than 5 to 6,000 inscriptions that Talegari is available there. One Mr. Professor Dr. Jaji Devendra went and seen all those things. He was also surprised why we are not exploring these things. Dr. Viresh Badiger and Dr. Vasudev Badiger, also the member of this forum, they are very surprised why these places have not been explored. Thanks to the person who has asked this question. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. And indeed, we need to find out that if the Sharana movement actually dissipated, it might have resprung in those areas as a localized new movement in that particular region, because they have that radical mindset and that particular scientific temperament. So they might have started a new movement there. So it is definitely worth exploring. Sir, yes.
Continue.
Please. No, sir, please continue.
We have seen all the negative facets of Kalyana movement. I'd like to highlight one positive aspect of it. These Sharanas, they are scattered all across the South India. Wherever they have gone, they have given all the insights of the Kalyana movement and the Sharana tenets in that local areas. In my view, the positive effect of Kalyana movement was it has been distributed all across the South India. This is one of the positive aspect of the people. If anything revolution would not have happened, it was concentrated in Kalyana only. Since the Sharanas scattered all over South India, the Sharana tenets have been taught, have been during the sabhas and other things. So the information has been distributed all across the world. So this is one of the positive aspect of the Sharana movement.
Absolutely, sir. So I have another question.
Okay.
Are Basavanna and his the Sharanas, instead of saying followers, I would like to correct my words. Are Basavanna and the other followers and other Sharanas interpreted more as religious figures today, or do we still see them as a radical socio-political thinker? And has the institutionalization of these historical figures led to the dilution of the original spirit of social reform?
So, madam, what you have to really understand is this Sharana movement or the Kalyana movement, it is to unite the people. They are not the gods or something. They have come from the very, very lower classes. You can see the Dohar Kakaya, who was the tanner. Harle, he was making slippers. Very, very lower class people, they have come up and they have written Vachanas, and they are not gods. They are Kayaka Jivigalu. These are all Vachanas that are written out of their experience, day to day experiences. They are not gods. So this is the first thing I want to clarify. If you want to make any idols and this thing, I am against it because they are not gods. Once you make an idol, everything starts, worshipping starts. So, glorifying of Sharanas in the name of gods, this is the first thing we have to oppose. The next thing, what you asked is whether the Sharanas are radicals. They are not radicals, they are the, uh, we can say, Kayaka Jivigalu. They earn their daily food. Whatever they have, they want to have, they will have it. The rest of the things, they used to give it to the society. That is the thing, Kayaka and Dasoha. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ದುಡಿರಿ, ದುಡಿದನ್ನ ತಿನ್ರಿ, ಉಳಿದದ್ದನ್ನ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು earn from the work, have it or how much you want to have it, and the above is you can donate to the society. What we are seeing is the amassing the wealth, thousands of crores, 1 lakh, thousands of crores. What is this? There is a huge difference between poor and the rich class. So this discrimination has to be avoided. The Kalyana is the one of the example for that. Work and earn whatever you want to have it, and rest of the thing you donate it to the society for the betterment of the society. That is the thing.
Dr. Vijayji, I am sorry I am late, but I had some guests at home, and this attitude or a trend is really good to give something for the community from your own earnings.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Nidhi, would you like to take this question?
Okay.
Yes, there are some more questions. Kalyana movement is nothing but a Rudra Basaya, a farmer selects a fertile land and sow seeds and nourish, protect. I think the remaining part has not been posted, right?
It's okay. I got her questions. What she has. The
Yes.
the Sharana movement, as I already said, it's based on the Kayaka and Dasoha, work and distribution. If you take the Indian economy, I have given many more lectures about the culture and economy. If you take the economy of India, during those days till 21st century, 20th century, if you see the economic distribution, 27% of the income used to come from agriculture. I am talking of 20th century. You can imagine the 12th century, around 900 years back. The whole economy was based on agriculture. The blacksmiths and other things, they used to make utensils for agriculture. Everything you can say, it is based on agriculture. What Satyamedavi Yogini is telling, the Sharana movement is a Rudra Besaya. Rudra means fearless. Rudra Besaya. Besaya means agriculture. Rudra Besaya. She has brought up the very, very good part of it. The whole Sharana movement based on the Kayaka and Dasoha. In that, agriculture played a very, very significant role. So she says, as on today, if you see, the economy you see, the agricultural contribution reduced to 17%. In another 25 to 30%, 30 years, you start destroying the fields and paddy fields and other fields, it will reduce to 12%. Then you have to import the agricultural products. Till 18th century, we were called as the Sone ki Chidiya. Vijayanagara, a period if you consider, we used to sell gold and diamonds on the streets. It used to attract the whole of the world. So now we are reduced to a country where 17% of the agriculture, where 70% of the employment generation is from agriculture. Number one, we are losing agricultural products. Number two, we are losing employment generation. To this, 12th century is the example how we have to come up. My daughter, Dr. Nagarkshita Kammar, is doing a research on rejuvenation of the barren land. Kashyapiya Paddhati. There is around 600 years, 6,000 years back, there is one Rishi called Kashyapa Rishi. I don't know the exact date. He has written Krishi Paddhati. How to rejuvenate the land, barren land. My daughter already succeeded. In a couple of months, he is going to present her a Ph.D. thesis. I think that we have to take a score from our ancestors. What Satyam Medhavi Yogini told is very, very good question. Thanks to her. Next, please.
Thank you, sir. Sir Malappa Sondiji has written a couple of comments. I would like to read them all out.
Okay.
ಈಗಿನ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಭವ ಮಂಟಪದ ಮಹತ್ವದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ನೀಡಿ ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ವಚನಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಕು ಬೀರುತ್ತವೆ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಶರಣರ ಚಳುವಳಿ ಆಗದೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಸಮಾಜದ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ, ಆಸೆ ಎಂಬುದು ಆಸನಂಗಲ್ಲದೆ ಶಿವಭಕ್ತರಿಗೆ ಉಂಟೆ ಅಯ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಆಸೆ ಎಂಬುದು ಅರಸಂಗಲ್ಲದೆ ಶಿವಭಕ್ತರಿಗೆ ಉಂಟೆ ಅಯ್ಯ. That means king has got all the wants and needs. Sharana means the whatever they earn daily, and they used to have it, and whatever it is left over, they will used to give it to the society. That means amassing the wealth has been discarded by Sharanas. And he mentioned about the Anubhava Mantapa, and it is a very, very big subject. I think I need at least 2.5 to 3 hours to explain what is Anubhava Mantapa. Now, really speaking, Anubhava Mantapa is not the structure. As you are sitting in Dharwad, Sarji is sitting in Ahmedabad. We are all united here, assembled here to discuss something about this. So, this Anubhava Mantapa means across making Kalyana as the epicenter, around 50 kilometers radius, it was distributed. Wherever Sharanas used to live, some 5 people, 6 people, 8 people, 10 people, we may say around 50 people. They used to assemble and they used to discuss about their day-to-day life, and they want to get the results or the answers for their day-to-day life. And at some point of time, they used to assemble at Kalyana, and they used to exchange their views about Kalyana. That means Anubhava Mantapa is not a structure, it is the viewpoint. That's what I want to answer him. And there are many Vachanas, there are more than 200 Vachanas where the Anubhava Mantapa word has been written by Vachanakaras of the Sharanas. So these two questions, I think it is sufficient.
Okay, sir.
Next,
would you
Yes,
ask
sir. Yeah, sir, I have a question. So, do you think that the concept of Kayakave Kailasa is inspired by the Bhagavad Gita's thought of Karma Yoga? Because the majority of the thoughts are same when we read them comparatively.
No, Bhagavad Gita says the karma. But Kayaka says the present situation. Karma means in another this thing, whatever we have done, good or bad, it carry forward to the next generation. But Sharana's philosophy is very, very simple. Live today and give tomorrow. That is the philosophy of Basaveshwara. The Karma Siddhanta has been discarded by Sharanas. Karma Siddhanta we never accept it because it says something which we are not, we don't know anything about the previous Janma. There are, even though there are many Vachanas depicting the Purva Janma or Sapta Janma and other things, but in reality, Sharanas lived for that day, and whatever they have given the tenets, they have lived today. But Karma Yoga speaks of a different dimension. So there is no correlation between Karma Yoga of Bhagavad Gita and Vachana literature written by Sharanas. Very, very simple. Karma Yoga is different, Kayaka Yoga is different.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay.
Sir, and whenever your daughter is free, we can also have a session with her, and she can share her research on the platform of history enthusiasts. We will be very
Absolutely.
happy if she agrees
Absolutely.
to share her.
I'll ask her. I'll
Yes,
ask
sir.
her to give a lecture on that. It is very, very interesting topic. Very,
Yes,
very
sir.
interesting topic. And she has been selected for PhD thesis across 145 candidates. Central government is literally monitoring day to day her activities, and she has almost completed her research. And for this, they are not at all using any chemicals or something. Whatever the available resources, organic resources, they used to rejuvenate the land. And if once this is successful, the central government advised her to travel across the India to make this research successful.
Who
It
is
would
her
indeed be a revolution.
PhD guide? Name of
Pardon me, sir.
name of PhD guide? Her PhD guide?
The name of the PhD guy, one is from Tirupati University.
Okay.
Another is from Tumakuru University, Sharat Chandra.
Oh, Sharaj. Okay.
Dr. Sharat Chandra.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is in Sanskrit, it has to be translated from Sanskrit to English.
Yes.
One from that Tirupati University, he is guiding to translate, and Sharat Chandra is guiding her in technical issues.
She is very fortunate to have
Yes.
Yes,
guides
yes.
from two scholars.
And they have central government has given 2 acres of land and given all resources to do the research.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
really very wonderful thing to know, sir. We are very actually enthusiastic. I am particularly to know about that research more. So it's sounding very interesting.
Yeah, I'll ask her to contact you, and time permits, she will do a presentation.
Sure,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Sure.
Uh, so I would like to read out the continuation of Satya Medhaviji's comment. The same farmer who grows will cut the whole crop at the end. Just like that, Basava made all Sharanas come together, and he himself scatters all of them to go to different places. So that is why she said that Kalyana movement is like a Rudra Besaya.
Yes, 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 yes. So during that Kalyana, this thing, Besaya or the agriculture was the significant employee generation, and her writing is very simple. Sharanas used to preserve that seeds. As on today, we are not at all preserving any seeds. In Orissa, one of the lady Anandi Bai preserved 104 rice seeds. She has been given Padma Shri Award for protecting the around 104 varieties of seeds of rice. Very, very interesting questions she has asked. Her intention is to highlight this point.
Thank you, sir. There is another question. So explain about Lingayat and Veerashaiva. Are they both same or different? I think this is a whole big discussion.
He's asking me to uh, get into a controversial subject. Very, very difficult to answer at this forum. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We respect that. And this is one question from me, I think, before we could call it a day. What can present day social reformers learn from the strategies and struggles of the 12th century Sharans? Any particular points that we can directly apply to our present problems?
Flabbergasting question. Very good question. One thing we should understand the leadership quality. Leadership quality we have to understand. There is Greenleaf movement in there is one association called Greenleaf movement. Greenleaf says, if you want to become a leader, first you have to become a servant. And Nelson Mandela says, very, very profoundly, he says, you are a leader. You have to be at the back of the people. Why he says, if I fall, people will not see me, they will forward. Even if I fail, people know where to go. One thing is you have to become a servant if you want to become a good leader. Second one is you have to lead from the back so that the moment should not stop even if I die or even if I fail, because people know where to go. So Basavanna said, he did not say anything about I am your leader, you come to me, you come to me, I'll take you to the top. He did not say anything. Yanaginta ಕಿರಿಯರಿಲ್ಲ ಶಿವಭಕ್ತರಿಗಿಂತ ಹಿರಿಯರಿಲ್ಲ, he says. That means I am the least person in the society and you are the greatest person in the society. So this is one thing we have to, our leaders or as ourselves should learn. First, you should learn to how to cultivate the habit of leadership, and then to respect the people. Respecting the masses is very, very significant, as the leadership movement says. So Basavanna is one of them. So we have to understand these qualities of Basavanna to become a good leader or a good supporter of the society. That is the very, very significant tenet we have to understand from the Kalyana movement. That means everybody should involve in the movement, because I am the leader. Everybody should think that I am the leader, not Basaveshwara was the leader. He is a guiding force behind us. This is one tenet we have to understand from the Kalyana movement.
Thank you very much, sir. That is indeed a very good answer. There is
Yes.
also one doha, I think, by Kabir or
Kabir.
some other writer. He says, Mukhiya mukh sa chahiye, that the leader should be like the mouth which eats but sends the nutrients to everybody. So I think that
Absolutely.
we have something to learn from the Sharanas and to imbibe in our own lives every day, whatever we do. So thank you very much, sir.
Even if
If
the ship
yes.
in the ocean is in trouble, the captain will first save all his staff members, and he will be the last person to move away
Leave the
from the steamer if it is set on a fire. So that
Yes, sir.
is a spirit of leadership.
Yes, yes. So if you see cats, if 4 or 5 babies are there,
Yeah.
the cat will first rescue the babies, then it will rescue himself.
Yes, sir, indeed. The Sharanas, their care for society is like the care of a mother for her child. So that we need to learn from them, and we need to bring it back in our life, and we need to start walking in their footsteps. So that is the whole
Absolutely.
point of having such discussions and organizing such lectures. Thank you so
Thank
much, sir. It was indeed a wonderful, wonderful experience.
you.
If anybody else, Nidhi, do you want to add something?
It was really wonderful lecture, sir. We are glad that you accepted the invitation and you approached us. And as you told, in future we could of course organize more lectures on this topic on the platform, where elaborately you can put light on the inscriptional details about the Sharana movement, which will also help many youngsters for their research. And literally I'm very happy to listen to your lecture. And I was not at all aware that such kind of studies also can happen. uh, so I'm really glad to know about these things. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, indeed, we can have more lectures, not just on inscriptions, but also focused on Basava philosophy, because that is
Exactly.
also very relevant and something that we need to study more about. So we
So
will definitely have.
there are 42 various topics I have given lectures. Like you said, micro-socio-economic revolution in 12th century, Dutch disease, Ikigai, which are relevant to the Kalyana movement. 42. That means contemporary application of Vachana literature, what we have to focus today. That 42 topics have magnitude of agricultural technology. These are all some of the things which have to focus today to understand the technology very much. The metals in Vachanas, metallurgy in Vachanas, and all these things, you will be surprised to know about the metals. This thing in Vachana literature. It's a beautiful world of metallurgy in Vachana literature. It's a beautiful world of agriculture science in Vachana literature. It's a beautiful about the human resource development, beautiful about the economic developments, especially culture in economics. We have to understand from the Vachana literature or the Kalyana movement. Very, very significantly, they have written all Vachanas. Very nice thought process. We have to understand the Vachanas.
Indeed, sir. It will be a good dialogue between the past and the present, and we can apply these medieval wisdom to our modern problems. And I think that will help us solve a lot of issues that we have today.
Yes, yes,
So,
absolutely correct.
yes. So I would now call upon Ms. Nidhi Katti, Founder Vice President of the History Enthusiasts, to propose a vote of thanks.
No,
And on my behalf, yes, sir.
before that, I want to listen from Nandan Shastriji sir about
Yes, sir.
the topic. After
Whatever
that, you can.
I have missed, I will go on YouTube channel and listen your entire lecture, and then I will revert back to you on your email ID.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you so much, Dr. Vijayakumar sir, for giving such a beautiful, knowledgeable lecture on the platform of the history enthusiasts. It was really a wonderful way to celebrate Basava Jayanti, where we exactly got to know the historical sources, not just the philosophical, because usually till now our society thinks that whatever we are explaining about the Sharana movement is just a myth which is being spread. But through your lecture, we got to know how actually the Sharana revolution happened and what are the sources for that. Thank you so much for explaining it wonderfully. And I also thank our honorary president, Srinandan Shastri ji, and founder president of the History Enthusiast, Ms. Manali Momaya. And I apologize for not joining early due to some commitments. And thank you, Manali, for handling everything on time. Thank you so much.
It
And
was a pleasure to do so.
so I take this opportunity also to thank all the audience who were very active throughout the session. And stay tuned. We will surely come up with more such interesting um, lectures. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a very good night. And once again, happy Basava Jayanti.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Happy Basava Jayanti to all. And please subscribe if you have not, so that you will get a notification when we come up with our next lecture. We are signing off here, but wishing you all a wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶರಣು ಶರಣಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು.
ಶರಣ ಶರಣಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು.